Hey everyone, welcome back. So last week I showed you the books I read in August. And I don't know whether you noticed, but there was no classic. And that's the fault of Dokter Zhivago. Because I've been reading Dokter Zhivago for about 2 months already. And I think it's going to take me another month before I'll be finished. It's a bit of a hard read, and honestly I even had a bit of a crisis the other day whether I should continue to read it or not, because I don't like it that much. It's a bit like the other Russian classic I read for the project, in the sense that there are a lot of characters and Mr. Pasternak takes forever to come to the point. It starts beautifully. There is a funeral, not nice, but that's life. And there's a little boy who is burying his mother. Turns out that's Mrs. Zhivago. Now I don't know whether the little boy is Dr. Zhivago himself or whether that's his son. Mr. Pasternak doesn't say. So Mr. Zhivago is out of the picture, and so the boy and his uncle are the only ones present at the funeral. And the uncle takes the boy on a trip to go to his father. And it's kind of poetic, it's kind of fairy tale like, so I really enjoyed that part of the book. And then the boy who is Zhivago, you hear nothing about him anymore for at least 100 pages. There are all kinds of other characters. I can't remember the names, there are so many, and I still don't know what the purpose is of all these characters in the book. It's a lot of stories, a lot of people, but I don't know. So after these 100 pages, there is Zhivago again. By then he is in his late teens or early 20s, and he goes to a Christmas ball together with his childhood love, who he will marry later. And that is the first time that he lays eyes on the other main person of the book, Lara. Lara is about the same age as Zhivago is, and life hasn't treated her so well. She's a fallen woman. She fell for the advances of a married man, rich, wealthy, and he has seduced her, and now her honor is gone. So she decides the only thing she can do is to kill him. And is there a better place to do that than a Christmas ball? I think not. So she goes to the ball with a gun and she shoots him, or she tries to shoot him. I mean, she doesn't kill him, she's not successful. There's another man who takes care of her, and Lara is off the stage again. Zhivago gets married to his childhood love. They form a family, they're happy, and then there is the First World War. So I think days after the birth of his first child, he has to go to war, and during this war, that's where he meets Lara again. But nothing really happens. She's a nurse, she's married as well, and she's looking for her husband. Can't find him. Then they both go to Moscow. Everything is very hard, very difficult, it's cold, there is no heating, everyone is very poor. There is, as I trust you know, Russia pulled out of the First World War, and then there was a civil war, and there was a revolution, and it was a difficult time to live in Russia. And so Zhivago decides with his family to leave Moscow because there's nothing to eat, there's no heating, it's almost impossible to live. And they go somewhere far away from Moscow, and that's where he meets Laura again. Yeah, and then they become lovers. But then he's made prisoner by the partisans, and I don't know what Laura is. He doesn't know what Laura is. Nobody knows. And that's basically as far as I got. And honestly, it's, you know, it's a bit boring. It is actually, you know, if you are interested in Russian history, it is interesting. You really learn a lot about being in the army, being in the First World War, the Civil War, the Reds against the Whites, the partisan against the Whites and the Reds, and it was a complicated time, and Boris Pasternak describes it really well. So in that respect, it is interesting. If you expect a love story, which I kind of did, then it's not that interesting. Long time ago, I think like 30 years ago, I saw a movie, the movie Dokter Zhivago, and I got the impression that it was all about Zhivago and Lara. Well, clearly the book is not. So I'm 400 pages in. I'm wondering still where it's going. The other day I really thought, okay, I'm gonna stop reading this because I just don't like it, you know. And then it became really beautiful. So I don't know how Mr. Pasternak did it, but he became poetic, describing nature, and it was, you know, I even made earmarks. Can you see it? I don't know. You know, to mention these parts in the blog that I will be writing for Okma. And I was so surprised. I was like, okay, I have to continue. I have to finish the book. And I will. Unfortunately, the poetic part is over. So I still don't know who the boy is in the first chapter. I still don't know what's going to happen to Zhivago, Lara, or his wife, because actually the wife, he thinks she was pregnant when he was made prisoner by the partisans, when he had to leave. So lots of mystery, and yeah, you know, I will continue to read it and I'll let you know. But would I recommend it? Maybe not. So, wishing you a great day, a great week, and talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, if you want to like the video and leave a comment, that would be nice. Thank you. Bye.